Even the mere concept of entering a prison of any type is scary. This ought to be sufficient to prevent you from ever crossing the line in regards to the law. Imagine being imprisoned in a space where your range of motion is severely restricted. There won't be any friends, family, freedom, or future prospects. However, there is more to it, and the misery goes on. There aren't institutions in the world that will force you to regret every bad choice you have ever made. Movies like The Shawshank Redemption, Escape Plan, and Escape from Alcatraz do not even come close to what actually happens behind bars. You might find yourself trying your best to do good to avoid being in any of these places. Even though there isn't any safe prison, how dreadful can life become in some of the worst prisons? Welcome back to All About Prison, and today we are going to take a look inside the hardest prisons in Europe. HMP Belmarsh, UK. This is one of the 3 maximum security facilities in England. Belmarsh has housed a wide variety of male detainees, although those with terrorism convictions have been there the most frequently. The institution, nevertheless, has a high rate of prison violence despite offering resources for inmates' education, physical fitness, and seminars. According to this inspection report, there have been 58 assault attempts on inmates and 49 assault attempts on staff since the last inspection, making HMP Belmarsh one of the most dangerous prisons in the world. The Southeast London Jail is the only one in the country to hold exceptional risk category of prisoners, and they are held in dark and oppressive conditions. The outside exercise area is described as claustrophobic and caged in with no seating, while a segregation unit within the special secure unit is described as aust and sterile. Nieuw-Vossenveld, Netherlands. Nieuw-Vossenveld is a prison in the Dutch city of Vught that is a component of the Custodial Institutions Agency of the Ministry of Justice and Security. Instead of Nieuw-Vossenveld, the general term now used is Penitentiaire Inrichting Vught. The most dangerous criminals in Europe are housed in a portion of Nieuw-Vossenveld's maximum security facility, including terrorists Mohamed Bouyeri and Samir Azouz. A facility where inmates with a high risk of violence may be safely housed was required due to the increasing violence of some detainees. Extra Veiligheid Inrichting or Extra Security Institution, or EB, a permanent maximum security facility, has been a part of Nieuw-Vossenveld since 1996. EB, a temporary maximum security facility, was first built at Nieuw-Vossenveld in 1993. La Santé Prison, France. La Santé, which amazingly translates to Good Health Prison, is renowned for being the only jail in the middle of Paris, as well as for having housed an endless stream of well-known prisoners. Inhumanly terrible conditions, there are also well-known, which prompted a prison doctor to write a whistleblowing expose on filthy inmates, unchecked vermin, and mentally ill patients left to kill themselves. So people view it as being France's most infamous prison. One of the peculiarities of La Santé is that, until 2000, the inmates were separated into groups based on their place of origin and ethnicity. Prisoners who are specifically studying are separated into one group, but the majority were set up in 4 blocks. Block A, Western Europe; Block B, Black Africa; Block C, North Africa; and Block D, rest of the world. Guldani Prison, Georgia. Prisoner-to-prisoner conflicts and assaults are common. But in the Guldani prison, it's a different story. It's also one of the worst prisons in the world for a reason. Prison guards there carry out torture, assaults, and even rapes instead of establishing law and order. This was known as the Guldani Prison Scandal. The Guldani Prison Scandal involved the documented torture of detainees in the Georgian prison system and was a political issue in the state of Georgia. On September 18, 2012, a number of films were made public that showed Guldani No. 8 prison inmates being sexually assaulted, tortured, and taunted by prison guards and their superiors. Diyarbakir Prison, Turkey. Diyarbakir Prison is located in southeastern Turkey and became renowned for its cruel conditions and abuse of inmates. In 1980, a military coup overthrew the government in Turkey and arrested anyone who disagreed with it. Between 1981 and 1984, when it turned into a military jail, detainees were treated extremely harshly during a period of barbarism. Guards would replace words like dance and theater for horrific acts of torture, beatings, and stripping prisoners bare. According to rumors, guard captain Esat Oktay, Uldren's German Shepherd dog Joe, was taught to bite convicts' genitalia after they had been stripped. More horrifying claims claim that some prisoners were made to rape one another and that there were threats made against family members. The Kurdistan Workers' Party was represented by some of the convicts, who lit themselves on fire within the prison to express their displeasure. Others died after suicide, hunger strike, and torture, while a number of others were beaten to death. Can you imagine yourself in one of these prisons? Like and subscribe to our channel to watch exciting videos like this.